G'day guys, it's Elle and Pat here, and we're in the Hilux today. We're in the Hilux SR5.
Yes, we are.
What do you think, Patty? We've got to take her for a spin.
I'm excited.
Her,
it's
him.
Gonna make me feel. I think it's a him. He's going to make me feel tall.
I know, your size next to it. The only thing that I would say about this Hilux before we get in and we road test, she dirty. It's been windy here, but I think that's the detriment of having a black car. So maybe. Well, no, this isn't like the dirt shows up more.
Oh yeah, true.
So maybe that's the sign if you're considering buying a new car right now. Don't go black. Anyway, let's get in and record the podcast. Bye. All right.
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. It's so good to see you.
I know.
Just feel like
I see you all the time, and
Oh,
oh wow,
God.
it's good. Oh yeah, maybe.
I need to take the handbrake off actually if I'm going to drive us. Ooh.
Elle, where are we?
We are currently in the lovely streets of Paran, and we are cruising around today in our roving studio in a Toyota Hilux.
Ooh.
Which has it's a Hilux. It's a great car. It's a great functional car.
Makes me feel high.
Yeah, it makes you feel tall and big and things that you're not used to, but that I'm used to, and that's fine. One of us has to be. But I think the great thing about the Hilux is that it's such a functional car, and when you go to Toyota, you get such great deals on, it could be, service caps and all that sort of stuff. So, and obviously it's a really popular car here in Australia.
It is. Also, it's so spacious in the back. Like, I think a lot of people... I think nowadays people are going for... Ooh, learner.
Oh, there's a learner on a tight street. Good luck. Move over.
People are...
No. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Okay. Just... Oh, poor guy. People are going for... like bigger utes.
Yeah, people are definitely going for bigger cars in Australia at the moment. This has a really basic cabin, this Hilux. It is black on the exterior, and even just after like one windy night, it's just so dirty on the outside, as you would have seen at the start of this episode if you are watching it. But the cabin's great. Just leather seats. Yeah. Obviously the tray is fantastic.
You can put the doggies in there, or no?
Nah, doggies not in the tray because I think they would leap out.
Yeah.
So we put the dogs in the back seat.
Whenever I see a dog in the tray, I'm like, oh, can I come and save you?
I know. I feel bad when I see dogs in a tray. But anyway, look, it's fine, and it's a great car. And I love driving it. And I feel big and powerful on the road, which I think is like, you know, and there's... All right, men, close your ears. But gals, if you're driving a Hilux and you get out of a Hilux, you turn heads.
Yes.
It's one way to turn a head is driving a Hilux as a female, because it's not as common as you think. Anyway. How are you, Patty? It's so good to see you. How was Christmas?
So good to be back together and recording.
I know.
Christmas was really good. And the break was very good. We were going to go away and then we didn't. And for the new listeners that don't know, Peter and I and Gabrielle are living with Peter's parents.
With the in-laws.
But they've got like a really great setup with the pool and everything. So it was actually really nice. Just kind of doing a little staycation, and then...
Must be nice.
So we just relaxed, sat by the pool, had some nice pool days. Unfortunately, it's really hard to tan with a baby. Sorry, not condoning tanning. Sun safety. That we have to be sun safe.
Yes,
but anyway. But then we, finished up holidays. And then it was straight into the tennis season because there's no F1. So we just had to, get onto the tennis.
And for anyone that saw our Instagram that went a little bit viral, we do actually enjoy the tennis.
Yeah, we do.
We were just making a joke on Instagram.
Especially Melburnians. Oz Open is such a great time of the year, and I think it's like a great primer into what's to come in the sporting world.
We're so freaking close. So much has obviously happened.
So much. But wait, before we get into it, how was your holidays?
I was fine. I did nothing. It was great.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. Yeah, I don't want to see anyone over Christmas holidays. Anyway. Well, I just want to talk about F1. This is what I'm here. This is what I'm back for.
This is what we're here for.
This is what I was been waiting for, and like what I was also like resting for.
She was like the vampire that
Literally.
And then your soul just comes back to you.
That was me. All right, give me some soul reading stuff.
All right.
Give us a lowdown of what's been happening.
A lot happened. A lot happened whilst we were on break, but okay, I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. So we started off with Alpine confirming their super sub Colapinto as reserve driver.
Which, I have opinions. Can I share my opinion before you continue on? I think this is an absolute PR media stunt for Jack Doohan. Okay. They paraded that poor boy, not poor boy, because obviously he enjoyed it, but they paraded him around all last year. With his dad on certain tracks. They did a huge thing at Silverstone, huge thing at Melbourne, and a few other tracks as well. I'm pretty sure they did stuff in Miami and Canada.
They did, yeah. Also MotoGP.
Yeah, so he's done a lot. The team has then built him up. It's been great PR for the team to get more sponsors and bring more people on. But then you have him only racing 5 races.
Well, that's a thing that we should mention. So then there's rumours saying that apparently his contract is a 6-race contract.
Yeah, so then Franco can come in.
Which...
Who just got his driver's license, by the way.
No.
No, that was Kimi. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, look, I do feel for him. It's a hard one because I'm so happy to see Jack. But when it was announced, hey, there goes Pat. Hey, Pat.
Sorry, that was our old podcast studio manager.
And this is a studio.
We're just going past everyone. Keep going.
So I feel for Jack, but so very happy to see Jack on the track. But also, we were talking about it for such a long time that it's such a waste not having Franco on the track because he performs so well. At the same time, I don't want to pick who's going to take the spot, who's not. I want them both on. I want them both on the track. But I don't know if you saw as well Franco's family accident. I don't know if you saw the post that they did where they basically accidentally leaked something. It was around Christmas and there's this big family photo and it was something cryptic of we know you'll be back or something like that they wrote. Yeah, and then it was announced.
Is that how the
rumor
came out?
And I think Alpine was yeah, cool, you weren't supposed to do that.
Wait, so that's how the rumour came out and his family exposed him?
That's how the rumour came out. Just typical Latino family getting a bit too excited.
Jesus.
Yes, so, but yeah, look, and also I feel for Jack because, we all know that when there's pressure on your back, it's quite hard to perform, especially being a rookie. Him knowing that he'll have a 6-race contract might mean he won't perform, which means Franco will come in. But anyway, time will tell. We'll be chatting about this in a few races. But next up, so Belgium signed a multi-year extension on the Belgium Grand Prix.
Go Belgium.
Adidas became Mercedes' main sponsor. All that's ringing in my ears is just George Russell with that song, think you could stop what you do, I doubt it, being so George Russell in his lad era.
Alright, we're just going to insert that clip right here because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep. Obviously those massive rumours that apparently Aston Martin was signing a $1 billion deal.
Do you reckon any of that was true?
No. What I think happened is that someone one day said, yeah, it would be great if we could get Max Verstappen. Hey, so many teams would want Max Verstappen. Maybe we could do a $1 billion deal.
Yeah, but now it's going to be interesting. Obviously, he's a great driver, but it's going to be interesting this year watching Max perform when he doesn't have Adrian Newey was working on this car already, but when they don't have people like that and so many other people have left Red Bull just due to the fact of the Christian Horner saga.
Correct.
Which we still never got clearance on, and also Drive to Survive hasn't come out and I don't think they're going to touch on it either. But I think that's when everyone was hoping to touch on it. Yes. By the way, side note, suspension in this is fantastic.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, how smooth is this drive?
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Very, very smooth.
Love a good Hilux.
Yes. Well done, Toyota.
Yep.
So I think it was just something that was mentioned, a little whisper, and then it's blown up into this whole thing. And, if you revert back to our TikTok, I did say that Max Verstappen is about to be a dad and having a child is expensive, so I'm sure there are a lot of incentives. I'm sure between the Verstappen family and the Piquet family, they can afford this child. I think that's not an issue. No,
I don't think that's an issue.
It's not. But actually, I think there's a lot of other benefits with him if he were potentially to go to Aston Martin. I think. But anyway, I think it's something that we'll be able to cover later on within the season. Good old Haas, big snaps to you guys because they signed Laura Mueller, who is the first female race engineer. So
Slay Queen.
Slay Queen, snaps to all the women out there. Yes, like you mentioned before, Kimi Antonelli got his driver's license. So he already had his super license, but he's actually legally able to drive.
How crazy is that? He can legally drive now.
K-Mag apparently is rumoured to about to sign as reserve driver for Haas.
Did you also say that Yuki is now reserve driver for Red Bull?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So that means in the case of Liam or Max not racing, Yuki now races, and then the reserve driver of Visa Cash app takes Yuki's seat.
Okay. Yeah. And then let's leave that at that, because a whole bunch of other stuff happened, but I think we want to get into a new segment that I've thought of.
Yes. All right. All right, new segment. So
it's hot. We've pulled over.
We've pulled over just to let some air flow into the car because we can't have the aircon on whilst we're talking to you guys. No. But what's your new segment? What have you got?
We're going to make a jingle for this. And I've come up with a...
Yeah.
What the FIA do today. Because...
Wait, does anyone want to sing that, or are you going to sing that?
I don't know, but we'll think of...
Okay, if anyone wants to volunteer to sing that, go for it.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of fuckeries that come out of the FIA. So a few things came out whilst we were, I was going to say on leave. We weren't on leave, but yeah, kind of on leave. First one, new FIA rules state that any protest against a steward's decision will be inadmissible and could lead to suspension, fines or points/deductions. So that was the first thing that came out. And then F1 drivers face the risk of race bans or point deductions for swearing.
This is such bullshit.
Or other sports code violations. So we touched on this last season. I think Mohammed Ben Salem is just like, it's
fucking bullshit. And there you go. That's like an €80,000 fine, and I might have a 1 month suspension. And if I swear one more fucking time, like I have just now, then I have €120,000 fine, not dollar, euro, and I have lost championship points.
Yes. So I think what's happened is that he feels like he's been defied. Like when a parent or like a student gets defied and then they just double down on it.
It's just such bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Oh, there you go again. Like, I get we have to be polite.
Yeah.
I get that, but also sometimes you just say it. Like, this also accounts for when they're driving on their own. It's just because it's on the team radio.
Well, they
could be like, that was a fucking stupid thing that they made. Like, it's a expression of frustration sometimes for someone to say that. There are worse things in the world.
And look, I was like reading up about this, and we're obviously very against it. The one thing I do understand is like, look, if there's a press conference, and especially things that are being broadcast on a network, you don't necessarily want swearing on like a standard network. But at the same time, I know, it's silly. But yeah. So
but do you think it's that? Like, I don't even think it's a broadcast network thing.
No, I think honestly,
I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix is working out a deal right now to broadcast a couple of episodes live. Like, that's why they tested out with that boxing match last year. Granted, Netflix had that issue, but I wouldn't be surprised if they worked something out with like Vegas or Miami to be like.
No, but I feel like too many broadcasting like it's so hard to get the rights. But I mean, maybe look, you could be onto something. Time will tell. We'll be able to revert back and know this. But I do think that it's just a like a power.
It's a power move.
It's a power move. Yeah, and I think
just gonna rip your hair off the mic. Sorry.
It's a power move, and yeah. Like, it's, it is what it is. I feel sorry for George Russell and the drivers, riding up this form. I wonder if who knows, maybe this year, we haven't seen a strike since the 70s, so maybe we'll see a driver's strike.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Australia, there's a strike.
Yeah.
All right, what else is the FIA up to?
Well, that's kind of it for now, but I'm sure we'll see more fuckeries.
I feel like that's enough for now. What did the FIA do today?
Look,
this is Pat's segment. This is just going to be all Pat now.
Well, I was like, obviously we have to talk about this, and I was like, I literally have in brackets. Well, this will be its own segment.
No, I get it. Okay, so this is obviously going to be the Ferrari segment But I'm a
Ferrari.
long-term Lewis fan, so it's now our segment.
Yeah, it's our segment. It's just today's segment, but it could be a long-lasting segment. Yes,
about a long-lasting segment and then masterclass of marketing. Brame. Most liked Instagram picture from Ferrari ever. Sorry, Charles.
Oh my gosh, I know. They just did the way they did it is the way that, like, think about when a driver joins a team and it's like so...
It was just so excellently crafted.
But you know, like usually it's very like it's the car or the driver getting into the car. Like it's so just like kind of stale.
No.
But this is the way they used to do it, like back in the 80s.
To announce a new driver.
Oh, the Italians, I'm so proud to be Italian. They do it so well.
Outside Enzo's house, the classic F40 in the front, the 7 closed windows and the 1 open window.
Yes. No. And the open door, you mean?
Oh, windows, doors.
Sorry, the 7 open doors, 7 open windows and the closed door, which is like...
Yeah, that way.
Because it's going to...
Isn't that what I said?
I thought you said windows. But anyway. Oh, he looks so good. And, the Ferrari just looks incredible. But yeah, so we started off with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to see Lewis in his race suit, which...
looks good in red.
Oh, he looks so
I love
good.
how his speed has transitioned into red as well. It's just like a fantastic thing on his social media. I'd like to see that.
Have you noticed Carlos's feed is like so...
Carlos Sainz's feed is slow going blue. If you go into both of their Instagram profiles right now, you'll actually like see these transitions, and it's so perfectly executed that it's been done on purpose. Like they have like that filler photo in between, which is very neutral colors, and then a couple of them, and then it's like allowing for that grid to change. Their PR teams are smart. They know what they're fucking doing. That shit excites me so much, seeing that change.
They do know what they're doing. And actually, touching on that picture that we were speaking about before, that photo has become the most liked F1 Instagram post, which is amazing.
Exciting.
Apparently Lewis spoke to Sebastian Vettel beforehand and asked for advice before his Ferrari debut.
I love that. I love that they're still friends.
I know. And they've got that like Ferrari bond.
Makes me
and we all, I mean, I'll always say this, but remember when Vettel said, everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Even though they say they're not, everyone's a Ferrari fan. Everyone wants to drive for a Ferrari. Lewis expressed gratitude for experiencing firsts in his career he didn't think he would experience. Yes, obviously we saw Charles and Lewis doing the laps. Not much about Charles.
Charles got shunted massively. But I also reckon he would have been fine about it. He would have known what was coming.
Yeah.
Lewis is a legend in the F1 drivers. So is Charles, but it's Lewis.
It's Lewis. The yellow helmet as well. Love seeing the yellow helmet, but it's a Ferrari yellow.
I know.
It's a Ferrari yellow. Also, again, so proud to be Italian. All the Italians going like, Lewis.
Oh, when they were chanting him when he was going. Yeah.
They're like so happy to have him. Yeah. And they're all calling him like Sir Lewis. I don't know if you saw the photos as well of like Lewis's mum, like literally like this, like
you're doing great, sweetie.
Proudest mum moment.
Oh,
so
I love
sweet.
it.
Will always be her baby. And then Angela Cullen.
Oh, so exciting. So for those who might be a little bit more newer to F1, Angela was Lewis's
right-hand woman.
Right hand. She kind of did everything. She started off as his physio, and they became...
She started as his physio?
Yeah, maybe fact check that. I'm 95% sure it was physio. But they became such close friends that then she also sort of became his like mind coach, his bit of his EA. She was the person that he could rely on during the race. She was always with him. She's got her own family. She flew around the world following him, did so much for him and his performance, and
basically
they parted ways.
Yeah,
it was all on good terms. She wanted to go explore other opportunities. It takes a toll. I think she's from New Zealand actually, so I think she moved back that way.
But basically throughout a race weekend you see Lewis and then you just see Angela blonde behind him, and obviously Roscoe, and that's Angela.
She was always with him. So it makes actual perfect sense that Lewis coming back to Ferrari for this iconic moment that he has her with him. Yep. Because...
Well, I don't know if you saw actually, but I don't know if it was on purpose, another little media stunt. They, a few weeks ago, was skiing.
Oh, they're skiing.
Alps,
yeah, no, but they always hang out. They always go on holidays together. So I didn't think I saw that, but I didn't think anything of it because they're always on holidays.
Yeah, but it was very, pointed.
Yeah, but he always tags her.
Yeah.
They're always like, I feel like that everyone was saying that, but then I was like, well, they're actually always on holidays together and always tagging each other.
True.
So I didn't really think of anything of that one. I'm shutting that rumour down. Okay. That was nothing. That was nothing. But look, it was so good. It was some of the best content. It was just executed perfectly. The whole thing was just, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see him in Melbourne in a couple of weeks.
Oh my God, I know.
I'm
so excited.
5 weeks? 6 weeks? Something like that. 5 weeks.
But anyway, that's...
He also, by the way, just if anyone's wondering, Lewis has nearly generated €1 million in sponsorship for Ferrari.
Good on him. Speaking of sponsorship, that HP is looking extra large this season.
Yeah, but we always...
One here and one here.
I always knew that was coming.
I want to know how much they paid.
Maybe we can find out.
I think that's all we've got time for Lewis for this week. Can't wait to see you.
Bye. All right, we are back driving.
Yes,
we obviously have to get home because we've got stuff to do.
We do. What are we doing
But
today?
I'm going to go try on some wedding dresses. So Patty's coming with me as my emotional support because I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack. But
Too many choices.
so we're on our way there.
Yes.
I'm sure the average bride rocks up in Jimmy Choo heels and her black Hilux to a Vivienne Westwood dress appointment. But hey, that's what we're doing today. So Patty, any other random things that have like just happened? Give me the quick rundown before we have to...
As Peter would say, the A to B.
The A to B.
All right, so Ollie Bearman launched a clothing brand. It's very questionable. It's
Random
called, like,
AF.
Something.
Yep.
Doohan.
No, it's not random. They all do that. I don't know why I said it was random.
Yep. Jack Doohan, congratulations if you're listening. Celebrated 5 years with his partner. I think her name's Ebony. Ebony's
nice.
really private. They're actually quite private. So
So they're like an Oscar and...
Yep. Oh, I think even more.
So they're like an Oscar and Lily.
They're like an Oscar and Lily, but maybe, I mean, who knows? I was going to say maybe more, but also who knows? We'll probably see her around the track this year. Checo's kind of been like radio silent since his last Red Bull
Yeah,
series.
I kind of felt like we were all going to be expecting that. Like,
Yeah.
it still hasn't been confirmed what his position will be within the team. They said that he's staying within the team somehow, but I don't think so. I think he's politely bowing out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So Lando was asked about the GP. And, when Lando was asked about which GP he would win in 2025, he said the first one. And he said that he has learned from his mistakes and he will be the World Drivers' Champion.
Yeah, okay, my issue with this is
Big call,
leave it to Oscar. Okay, I know if you're the better driver, you're going to win, but I just think we need to see an Australian win.
Yeah.
We need that moment for Australian people. Yep. Just to see him. Anyway.
Yes. Also, actually, we have a funny video incoming. But the Mercedes posting George Russell's workout.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I was texting you about this the other day.
Yeah.
It's like who can work out harder at the moment on Instagram and who can post a better thirst trap. Like honestly, that's all it is.
Also, all that, and then also it was really nice seeing like first day of school vibes for like Carlos and Alex Albon.
Yeah, with like Carlos, it's like, isn't my key card.
Max Verstappen has purchased a mega yacht, so he also has a new baby on the way, and also his other new baby, his new yacht.
Must be nice.
Liam Lawson's first pictures with Red Bull's merch has surfaced, and we're excited to see him.
I love that. Also, like when everyone came up with their logos, Liam Lawson, his logo pretty much looked exactly like Lando Norris's one, and so they actually had to change it because it was too similar, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was way too similar. And as we were at the Oz Open, it wasn't just us. Lily and Oscar were there too.
Hi, Mr. Piastri. He got around to a few Melbourne sports. He was also at the Boxing Day Test match, so he's been out and about quite a bit, which has been great for him.
So was Mark Webber.
It's nice having that F1 connection here in Melbourne, not just during the Oz GP, but for other things. It makes it feel a little bit more intimate of the sport. I mean, Valtteri, he's been living in South Australia, and he's been having the time of his fucking life.
Which we knew.
He's been on the podium quite a few times with his gravel racing, and he's currently with a Hana wine and making the new blend, doing all sorts of things.
And you might see him next week.
Yeah, I might see him this weekend.
Oh, this weekend, yeah.
This weekend, Sunday.
Yes, but there's...
Whoa!
See, this is where I would beep.
I would beep, but we're on camera. Pretty much if you just heard that, whoa, someone just pulled out with no indicator, no looking, and they didn't even give a wave of apology.
But that's all our random moments. Thank you.
All right. I think that's all we've got time for, Patty.
I think that's all we've got time for. We don't really have time for our green flags and red flags. I think green flag, red flag was our holidays. But...
Green flag for the podcast. We have some really exciting interviews coming out.
We do. We have some very exciting
interviews. Actually, tomorrow we're going to go record something really cool, and then the next day we're going to record something really cool.
And our red flag for the week is that we went to record last night and it didn't work.
Yeah, so we lied. This isn't actually the first time we're seeing each other. We did actually head to Albert Park Track to go record, and our microphones didn't work.
Yes.
Anyway. Okay.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. We love being back in your ears. We've got such an exciting season ahead.
Can't wait. And it's just so good to be back. And it's good to be back with you weekly. I know we're all sweaty because it's hot in here.
I know we are.
All right. We're at my bridal appointment now. Bye.
Bye.